What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of our Pokemon TCG Pocket, and in today's episode, guys, we're going to be looking at Psychic-type decks for you to try in Celestic Guardians. Welcome to the Tapu Lele show. This card was so underrated when the set came out, and this card's a monster. This card punishes every card that wants to sit in the back. Like, this is a Giratina Slayer. This is a Darkrai Slayer. This is a name whatever energy Pokemon you want to have. You just do 20 damage for every energy attached. It's really, really strong. Consider the fact that it's a 1 energy, 1 retreat cost, non-EX Pokemon. It does so much work. So I have a couple of decks for you today that both feature them. They both feature Tapu Lele, but they are quite different. So first of all, we're going to be running a dual energy deck that uses Greninja with Tapu Lele and a couple Giratinas. Giratina sits in the back, lets you kind of have like a late game cleaner. 2 Greninjas sit on the bench, while Tapu Lele just targets everything that has energy onto it, period. This is a dual energy deck. This is a water and psychic energy deck. But we're not really rocking the water support that we usually do. This time we're rocking with 2 Pokeballs, 2 rare candies, 1 giant cape, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Cyrus, 1 Mars, and 1 Pokemon Center Lady. Now, this deck's a little bit different from the deck that we did in our electric type video that kind of has Oricorio in it as replacement to Tapu Lele. The biggest difference here is that Tapu Lele is also able to attack the bench. And so Cyrus is really more for Giratina to finish more than for Tapu Lele to do anything. So realistically, you're just looking to sponge things down to the point that Giratina can come in with the 1 cape late and just crush everybody. But the second deck I have for you is bringing back an old favorite. Gengar is back in its non-EX form. We're using the Hypnosis one today. There are some really cool different variations of it out right now. You know, I like the one that has the low retreat cost personally, but and Hypnosis just gives you the ability that, like, some turns your opponent just doesn't get to move, and so I think that has a lot of value into it. But obviously, like, the Bother one and even running an EX in there is also fairly good to be fairly competitive. I want to try out the new Oricorio, the non-electric one. So this one is kind of the Psychic Toolbox one. This kind of really feels like Tapu Lele, and this Oricorio really feels like you're playing Hitmonlee Marshadow in the fighting builds, and then Gengar kind of comes in as this like kind of low energy, same kind of energy commitment as Glade, but you're not running an EX, and so it's a little bit less immediate damage for a little bit potentially bigger payoff. We're rocking 2 Pokeballs, 1 red card, we're rocking 2 rare candies, 1 giant cape, we're rocking 2 Professor's Research with a Giovanni. Giovanni is going to be able to get Oricorio up a little bit more damage and allow Gengar to hit 80. At 160, you're probably one-shotting most, you're 2-shotting most Pokemon with at 160 HP, and so Giovanni just gets you that damage without really needing to rely on red to get there. 1 Cyrus, 1 Iono. Because you want every card in this deck, because you want every Pokemon in this deck on the field, I decided that Communication just wasn't the play. Iono gives you a way better chance. Guzma, again, is basically red, but opposite, so it's, you know, you get rid of capes, you get rid of Rocky Helmets. These are valuable things to get rid of. Then we're rocking 1 Lily to kind of help our Gengar be a little bit stronger. So these are the decks I have for you today. So let's hop into a game with each one and see what we can do. So I figured we could have some fun and start off with Gengar today. So we're going first. Not amazing, however, see, I'm just, you know what though, if this is Charizard, it's Charizard. This Tapu Lele is gonna put in nothing but the finest. Hold up, let me grab this Pokeball. We already have 2 Ghastlies, so we're pretty much guaranteed Lele, or I'm actually gonna play it actually. I don't actually think I need to play them. Well, do I want to play them? I think I do, actually. There's a cape. There's a Lily. I definitely want to play one of them. So let's let's get this going here. I don't need to worry about Kate just yet. Now, for my opponent, they're gonna Combuskin. They're going to be trying to get Charizard online really early, right? So they're gonna get 5 energy on super quickly, and Tapu Lele is gonna be able to just run through them. Stuff's falling off my chair. Okay, so they're gonna do 20 damage to me here. I get the evolution, but I don't get the card. We just stick the energy on Tapu Lele, and we just energy arrow, get 20 damage on this. So if you happen to have a Charizard, next turn, you're committing 5 energy onto this thing, and you're just getting crushed. Okay, there's Combuskin to do 40. But now I do 40 as well. I wonder, here's the real question. Here's the real question. I'm kind of okay just red carding them. They're gonna go down to 3 cards. Really, I look for card advantage more than I look for anything else with this. With a cape, we do live another hit. And I can just set up this Ghastly and get ready to go. And now we hit you for 40. So if you happen to be able to evolve now, it's fine. Because the Tapu Lele that comes in second, yeah, you got Stoke as well. So now you don't even have the energy. You actually have to keep going with this. Come on, Stoke up. Yep. So that's fine with me. Now you have 5 energy. So now we're doing 100 damage. Now we're doing 100 damage. I would love to be able to Lily here, but I just don't think that we're going to be able to. I'm gonna just do this. And I'm just gonna do my damage. I'm just gonna do my damage. That's 100 damage onto this Charizard. Even if you have Lily, you don't actually save yourself from Tapu Lele next turn. Okay, there's a Litten. I really need to get a Gengar here. Okay, yeah, you're down to 2 cards. Yep, you're 150. That's totally fine. Totally fine. I just go Tapu Lele here. Second rare candy. Okay, at this point, I'm going to Iono. There's enough cards left in this deck that I should be getting. There's a Gengar. Okay. So there's a Gengar. We're good here. There's this. I don't really need anything else. So I think at this point I just set this up. I Energy Arrow. And I knock out this Charizard. So now we're up 2 points. I have no EXs, so my opponent basically has to get 3 points. And at this point, if you want to send up that Charizard, I just crush it. If you want to send up this, I also am fine. And we just win this turn. So now what we do is we this retreat, Gengar, 70 damage, GG's, and Charizard is down. We knock out a Litten and we knock out a Charizard. Tapu Lele just absolutely crushes it. Like, people kind of thought that like Mew was crazy, like back in the earlier sets of this, where Mew was just like the counter to Charizard. This Tapu Lele just became the new replacement. Like, it just hits so hard on these Charizards because they do 100 damage for 1 energy commitment, and that's so strong. But let's hop into the next game and see what we can do. Alright, so game number 2 with Giratina and Greninja. Going up against water. I do actually have a water energy start here, and it's a Houndour. Okay. So a little bit of an off-meta tech here. I actually have 2 rare candies in hand. Okay. Then we get a Lele. Just so that I don't just, like, potentially auto-lose, I'm gonna do this. But I'll leave everything else in hand. Top decking Greninja would be fantastic. If it's Houndour, it's a low energy commitment deck. Which makes Tapu Lele not great. But it is something that could potentially snipe whatever I want. Charmander. Okay, so the Lele is good for Charmander. We're good. What are you stacking that energy onto? This. Okay. So an evolution here would be great. It's straight water energy to start. Okay. So I'll just do this. I'll do this. And I think for argument's sake, we Water Shuriken, I guess this. And then we Broken Space Bellow. Next turn, if you don't evolve if you don't evolve, Greninja knocks out Houndour. And I'm still just waiting for Psychic Energy. There's the evolution onto Charizard. Man, though. And you can just freely do this because... Man! That gives them 3. Now they have 4. And unfortunately, I just don't have anything. Like, what am I supposed to do here? And I only got water energy the entire way through. So I do just lose this. Okay, how do I get around this? Attack you. Then I have to put you out. And then I don't want to knock you out. I want to... Broken Space Bellow. While I continue to wait for Psychic Energy. There's a Houndoom. Ooh, Houndoom's a 2 retreat cost. I actually should have switched that in. Okay, so this does stall it out a turn. There's Stoke. Yeah, now it's over. There's no way around it now. Seven energy, though, I will get my KO here. Hold up a minute. Seven energy. That's 120. Let me hit some chip on this. Hit that. Hit this. Hit it for 80. Top deck's a Lily. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep, that was my fault. Technically, it was my fault. It is my fault. By technicality, it is my fault. I should have Water Shuriken the Charizard. I should have known that. I should have known it. I had a really good opportunity there and I blew it. Really good opportunity there and I blew it. Yeah, 140. 20 damage off. Okay, so if I top deck a Greninja, it's not over. However, pretty much anything else is a lock. Poison Barb. Okay. Okay. There's Greninja. Okay, so not bad here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. This. I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna Water Shuriken. And depending on what they decide to bring in, I think actually influences more what I need to do here. Okay, 60, 80. Defending Pokemon can't retreat. So if I do 80... I think I win this. I don't think it matters. I don't think. Like, I know that you can retreat, but, like, you have 20 HP left. You'd have to top deck a potion. And I can just Water Shuriken. Okay. Okay, so this is a W. This is a W. We're okay. Close game. Close game, not gonna lie. Water Shuriken here. And let's just Water Shuriken the Houndoom. And GG's to my opponent. So that is how you play both decks. This one got a little bit dicey, but we actually came through at the end. So I'll take the W. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about these decks in the comment section down below. Guys.